Today what we're going to be doing is going over how to write a strong introductory paragraph. By the time I am done with you guys in the next 3 weeks, before you go break for summer, you are going to understand structure on the 5 paragraph.
Oh, we don't have to be 3 weeks after this one.
It's about how much time is left. Yep. Not a lot of time. So, but I'm gonna drill this into you guys because it's so important. Once you learn how this structure, once you learn how to do it, college writing is going to be a breeze. College is not going to be even an issue. You're just going to breeze through everything so quickly. Writing a paper, you're going to get to the point where you can sit down and type out a paper like that on your computer once you understand the structure. Because you guys already know how to read and understand and make connections to ideas and analyze things. I get that from all of you. I know you're all smart and capable. So now it just becomes an issue of academic structure. So I think I went over this before. Do you guys know what a mnemonic device is?
Yeah, isn't it like abbreviations, and then you have like the other part, the other letters of the word.
Does that look familiar? Did I go over this before, you guys?
Yeah, you summarize main points, author, article, and thesis. This, okay, is your intro. If you do not have the elements of SMART in your intro, you have not written a SMART intro. Get it? So I'm going to write it down here. You should take notes, you guys, because this is something that takes used to. And in this case, it isn't an article, right? You guys read a book. And sometimes we'll read a poem. You guys now I want to move on. So, summary. You guys are going to all rewrite your introductory paragraph in your exam today in class, and we're going to do peer reviews. Okay? So, first, we need to understand, everybody needs to be on the same page of what a summary is. So does anybody know what a summary, Randy?
A short view of the story.
It just means summarize it.
What do you mean review?
Like when you read it, you write a short summary paragraph to basically summarize the whole story.
Okay.
In one paragraph.
And what do you say the main point then is? Okay. Anybody else has Randy, or you can go ahead.
The main start off with a story or objective. I don't know how to say it, but basically the main idea.
Okay, and these two can kind of go together, right? Because when you're summarizing, you're going to probably also put the main point of the story, right? Okay, so let's say this is typically 3 to 4 maximum sentences, okay? Probably 2 sentences for the summary, 1 sentence for the main point. If you need to add 1 extra sentence in the summary because of something that you want to connect into your thesis statement, then go ahead. But typically it's about 3 sentences for the summary and the main point. I'm going to even break this down into sentences for you guys, okay? The author, and I put down the article, but we also have a book, a poem. This could pertain to anything you read.
And the title.
The title, right. So the title of what you're reading and the author. This together is 1 sentence. Picture this. Your audience that you're writing this essay for, imagine they did not read Call of the Wild at all. Imagine that they don't even know that you read Call of the Wild at all. Imagine that you just gave them your essay out of the blue and you're going to explain something to them and they don't know anything. Okay? That's how you need to treat your introductory paragraph. So you need to introduce the book or the poem. A lot of you guys didn't do that. Some of you did. But in the introductory paragraph, you need to have these important pieces of information or else the reader's not going to know what you're writing about. If you go straight into your thesis statement as the first sentence, or you go straight into just summarizing and then going into your body paragraph in the first paragraph, it's just, do you see how that can be very confusing for the reader? Okay, there's a flow to this. And there's a flow and a natural progression to a 5-paragraph essay for a reason. So, and then we've got your thesis statement. Where does the thesis statement go?
At the end of the paragraph.
The end of the paragraph. Last sentence of the first paragraph, okay? This lets the reader know what the whole paper is about.
And isn't also your standpoint on it?
Exactly. It's where you're going to make an argument. It's where you're going to let the reader know if you're going to compare something or contrast something. If you're going to review something. What your stance is. Okay? Where do you think it might be a good place, Jack, to put your author and the title of the book?
At the beginning? Or the first sentence?
First sentence? I think that's a good place to put it. So one sentence, let's make it the first sentence, okay? So in everybody's first sentence, you're going to introduce the book and you're going to introduce the author in one sentence.
Like in Call of the Wild.
In the book, right? And you want to say that it's a book. Because what if we don't know it's a book? What if someone's never heard of Call of the Wild? How do we know what Call of the Wild is? So if it's a poem, you say in the poem. If it's an article, in the article. Okay, you're letting the reader know what it is that they're reading about. Okay. In the book Call of the Wild by Jack London, the main character, Buck, whatever this is where you guys get to say whatever you think the summary and main point should be. Okay? So the next 3 sentences, remember you're still in your first sentence here, so that's why the summary and the main point should probably be just about 3. That's going to go in the middle, right? Of the first paragraph. Is this making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Is it pretty clear and pretty specific? Like, it's a formula, really. You're just going to go plug in information. Okay, so remember we said in the first sentence it needs to be the author and the article, right? So, in the book, okay, Call of the Wild, okay, that should be everybody's opening sentence. Because, right? I mean, why would you introduce the book third? Kind of doesn't really make sense, right? Why introduce the story first and then tell us what it is?
Where's your paper? Nick, where's your paper? I need it.
Okay. Oh, I see. Your guys' is right or his left. Okay, I get it. So let's say this. Sorry, guys. It got a little complicated over in this section because where Ryan's sitting. Can we just all pass the paper clockwise? What? Like I'm 12 o'clock. This is 1 o'clock. Can everybody just pass it to the person that way?
To the right.
It's your right, but to them it's to his left. So that's where it got confusing. So.
Stop, Eric.
Where's your paper?
Nick, don't
Okay, I have like a sentence that big. I have a sentence this big.
I
I need
do too.
your intro.
I need your intro.
Just wherever it's at, just pass it, okay?
Okay.
I need someone's intro.
Yeah, Randy's gonna give it to you.
But didn't
Guys,
his,
make sure your names are on your paper, please.
isn't it his because it goes top?
Clockwise.
ready for you.
Okay.
Oh my.
Does everybody have someone's?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have anything on this.
Okay, well you're gonna learn something. Give it to Maria. Nick, why don't you write one for Justin to read, okay?
Nick, what are you
No.
doing? I mean, Big Ray, what are you doing this whole time?
Ow.
All right, look, read over your partner's intro. Does it have, just note down if they have the title of the book and the author. Write down.
He wrote it, that's why
Wait,
I wrote it down.
so
It's
The Call.
how they do have it?
if they have it, say, I see the title, I see the author. See. I see it or I don't see it. Moving on.
He's not that mean. I know, I did what they were saying.
Okay.
You have to do mine.
Thesis. Does your partner have a thesis statement based off one of these two questions? Okay, I really like teaching this lesson. I thought that teaching them structure after getting back their essays on Call of the Wild was a really important thing to do, and overall I think it went well because of the results that I saw from the exercise. However, doing the exercise where they passed it around to do peer edits, I'm not sure I would have done that on the same day of teaching them the structure. I probably would get them to have some practice with the structure first before they're able to do peer edits, because it's easier to be able to recognize something once you know it, and I don't think that they really knew it just yet.